Hello and welcome everyone, I am Madals and welcome to another StarCraft 2 England cast. Now today guys, well, for some of the more observant from you, you may notice my voice sounds a little bit funny because it is feeling very delicate right now because I have just got back from Insomnia 47. It was absolutely amazing. I was casting the ESET UK Masters and well, it was absolutely brilliant. And well, if you don't know the result, I'm not going to spoil it for you, but you definitely check out the VODs and give it a watch because there were some amazing games. But basically what I'm trying to do is still keep up with my daily casting schedule, even though my voice feels like it's about to die. So I really hope you all appreciate the effort and I hope it doesn't sound too bad. Now obviously let's introduce these two players. In the right position we do have Mouse's MorroW as the red Terran player. In the lower left position we do have Tails as the blue Terran. So this is a TvT and well, I don't cast enough TvT in my opinion, so I thought I'd do one today for all of you to have a nice little watch of. And what can we really expect? Well, obviously Terran v Terran, generally you're going to see lots of tanks, lots of Viking play, lots of kind of who's going to get the air dominance, who's going to get the ground dominance, tank lines, positioning. Antigua Shipyard is a great map for it, to be honest, because it's, especially in cross spawns, you've got lots of long open spaces, but also nice little loop round paths. So obviously if you siege up, say over here, in this kind of position, and you get a nice little siege across here, that's all well and good unless the opponent's army comes up here and just comes and kills you, which can lead to some interesting stuff. You've also got some dead space which can be utilised by medevacs. For the moment though, we've got Tails here already getting down that gasp relatively early on. That's compared to a Rax first out of MorroW, so already we're getting some variation in the build. That's always good to see in a mirror matchup, because let's face it, if you end up with both people doing the same things as you quite often do, it can lead to a long period of time and not much happening. Here we go now, obviously, oh no it wasn't, it was a Rax thing, gas one my on about, it wasn't a gas first. Here we go, SCV coming around, scouting. Obviously it is a ladder game, so it's not forced cross spawns, and yeah, for the time being everything's going relatively standard for these two. Obviously seeing here, MorroW bank up a little bit of minerals, so he's sending down an SCV at 300, so I am definitely thinking we're going to see a command center chucked down fairly soon. However though, for Tails, he's got less minerals coming in, obviously due to the fact that he's gathering some gas, so can't wait to see what's going to happen there. We do have the command center on its way down here, so obviously MorroW is going to have an economic advantage, assuming he survives. Tails, if he goes for early aggression, depending on what he chucks down, it could always just kill him. Now 100 gas is now gone down, so there we go, the factory on its way. So straight away this is a very different build. It's a one base play essentially against a one Rax expand, which is a very economically focused play, which means that if MorroW just has to scout this out, realise it is a one base play and defend it well, and for the time being if we look at his vision, he doesn't know anything down here, so of course that's going to slow his ability to defend this. He's now gone double gas following this up, so usually you can see the double gas if you want to tech up. Alternatively, you can see a couple of extra racks throwing down straight after this command center in order to be in a better defensive position. Now, luckily this SCV scout is going to get forward enough to see that there is no command center down there. So that is a big win for MorroW. Obviously that Marine was trying to stop the scouting SCV down in the ramp, and if it had managed to do so, it would have been great. As you can see here, MorroW with the two Marines there will be able to stop. We've now got the starport on its way down, so we are going to see a 1-1-1 style play. We're going to see some units probably dropped in, a little bit of harassment of the worker line, so that is of course going to be very interesting to watch. Meanwhile, the factory just getting locked down here now for MorroW. He's got good defense of this ramp, he's getting up the bunker, but of course if we see a medevac, we see some drops going down. That may not work out quite so well. Hellion drops, of course, a good option here. The Marines moving forward. We've got the Watchtower held by Tails, who's still very firmly on one base. We've got the Reactor coming down here for MorroW, so he's going to probably switch that with the factory. We'll wait and see what he goes for in the long term, but obviously, for the time being, this is a massive tech advantage for Tails. But if we look at the work account, well, actually, surprisingly, Tails also ahead in the work account, but that should change, obviously, because he can only produce one SCV at a time compared to two. Now, looking here, we do have, what's this? The first medevac on its way. We're going to see drops. I almost guarantee you will see some units dropped up here. Possibly Marines or the Hellions will get dropped there, while the rest of the army comes running into the natural and just goes for some super good harassment. Obviously, that medevac nearly done now. The Hellion production has been stopped. SCV production still going down for Tails at the moment. He needs to expand behind this, which is exactly what this lovely little SCV is going to be doing. So that is just saying, hey, I'm not all in on you, I'm just getting prepared for what I may need to do. Now, we do of course have the double Hellions coming out, the starport there as well. This single medevac picks up all the Marines, the Hellions are going to go into the front, and of course, the second those Marines get dropped, it should, well, hypothetically, all get pulled back, but it looks like the Hellions are going to come in, so it's just an elevator play. This is absolutely lovely, and it's going to take MorroW completely by surprise. He has got no vision over here. It's always good to build a supply depot like here and here, just in case. But, well, everything is in the base. Only 4 Marines sitting back there. This could be a very, very quick game. Already MorroW, instant reactions there, pulling back those SCVs, which, of course, is going to give him the opportunity to get back to defend, but a lot of SCVs are going down. MorroW's own Hellions on their way back. 2 more have just popped, but of course this is a very, very difficult position to push into, because of course the Hellions can defend the ramp incredibly well. We've got Cloak coming down here for Tails as well, with a Banshee in production, so he is going for super harassment focused play. And well, here we go, MorroW bringing up quite a few more of his SCVs, but they are all lining up for the time being. There is big damage being done everywhere here, and of course that single medevac does get taken down, but for the moment MorroW seems to have lost nearly all of his army. 14 workers killed by Tails, 21 to 30 now. That is never good times. MorroW landing his Viking. 2 more Hellions come out. That will allow it all to get cleaned up. But, well, at what cost? If we look at the units lost tab, a lot more lost there for MorroW. Importantly, though, a lot of workers. And, of course, without those workers, his income is going to be hurt. Tails' income a lot better, especially that gas income there. That's going to be absolutely brilliant for him. He's, of course, got the second Banshee queued up already. Cloak half done. He's also getting up 2 more barracks on here. The tech lab on the factory as well. So this is going to be pretty tough. And it looks like MorroW just going to come and counterattack with a double Viking. Those Banshees are not going to have much of a fun time, to be honest, because, well, Banshees can't shoot other air units and Vikings can. So that is going to put a quick little end to them. And obviously that's not going to be so good for Tails, but Tails, he's already done a good amount of damage. MorroW, though, coming in for a potential counter-attack. He's got quite a few Hellions, but this is good Marine spread. And, well, if you spread your Marines well and don't allow the splash damage to start really hurting you, then you're going to be in an absolutely fine spot with these Hellions poking and prodding backwards. One does go down. Meanwhile, the Vikings, I'm not quite sure where they've gone for the time being, but, well, look at this. These Hellions getting very, very low on health. They all go down. That was cleaned up very, very nicely there. For the time being, the double Vikings have landed and are just slowly picking away at everything and anything they can, which of course is going to be very, very advantageous. We do have the 2 Banshees out as well for Tails. One of them just sitting up here. I'm not quite sure where the other Banshee's gone. I'm sure it is around somewhere. But, well, these Vikings finally get cleaned up. Looking at the workers lost count, 20. Oh, the Vikings already going to town on MorroW's base. Well, GG, straight out. That was it, guys. I hope you did enjoy. It was just a quick game. But, well, showing you the TvT, it doesn't have to end in those long drawn outs, whoever can mine the base first, and can be a lot of early harassment and early aggression. So I hope you did enjoy. Remember, subscribe, like the video, and leave a comment. I will catch you tomorrow for yet another new cast.